What's up amigos, my name is SuperRebel123, so in today's video we're going to be talking about the health system and transport in Red Dead Redemption 2. And these two topics were submitted by Callum and Gibson. As you guys can see, they actually both have the same surname, which is pretty funny I guess. But either way, before I get into the topics, I'm going to give you guys today's question of the day. And today's question is pretty simple, and the question is, what were your thoughts on the first Red Dead Redemption, and if you had to rate it out of 10, what would you give it and why? Be sure to leave your answers down in the comments below, and the best answers will be featured in the next Red Dead video. But without further ado, let's get straight into the topics. So, the health system in Red Dead Redemption 2, how exactly will it work? Now, I thought this was a pretty cool idea of being able to gain and lose weight. Of course, the more you eat, the more you'll gain weight, and the less you eat, the more you will lose weight. It would definitely add to a realistic look as well, and not only that, I think it personally would be really funny. I mean, eating a lot of food and then gradually becoming fat, like having a fat cowboy, it can't get any better than that. And then going on to the other side about losing weight, I think that'd be pretty cool as well. In fact, maybe it's just something you have to do in the game, like you actually have to go out and get food, or if not, your health will gradually start to go down, and if you can't exactly see yourself losing weight, then maybe your actions might die down a bit, I guess you could say. For instance, the way you run, you might not be able to sprint, whereas if you had full health, of course you could sprint as fast as you could. And not only that, it could also affect the way you fight. For instance, if you just got into like a random bar fight or anything like that, maybe your punches won't be as powerful as it would be with full health. I think that this would be really cool to have in the game, and if you actually refuse to go and get something to eat, then you'll just probably die somewhere. But either way, this would be a really cool feature to have in the game, like I said, and I guess you could compare it to the way it is in GTA 5, like when you lose a bit of health and you go and get something to drink. That does of course build your health bar back up, so if it was like this in Red Dead Redemption 2, I think it would just be great. And if not everyone likes it, I think there should be like an option where you could actually toggle it on and off. So that's how I think the health system should be in Red Dead Redemption 2, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and let's move on to the second topic. Now, how will the transport be in this game is something that a lot of you guys have been asking, and to be honest, it's something that I've been asking myself as well. Now, I personally don't think there will be a great number of ways to transport around this map or game, whichever you guys wish to say, apart from the basics like of course using your horse, walking, and then maybe getting a train. But something that I've been wondering is, will we be able to drive cars? Now, I know you guys are going to say you have to think about the time this game will be set in. Now, I would imagine it will probably be set in around the 1880s to 90s, maybe a bit later, but somewhere around that. But either way, being able to drive cars is entirely possible, because if we go back to the first Red Dead Redemption, like I've said in previous videos, towards the end when we head over to Blackwater, we actually did see cars and all that good stuff. So I guess you could say this is where the whole idea built of being able to drive cars in Red Dead Redemption, and this is why I'm going to say there is a good chance that it will be like this in the second Red Dead, where we could actually get into a car and drive around. Maybe not at the beginning of the game, but maybe halfway through the game or even towards the end it will be available to drive. But either way, this still does depend on the whole story of the game, I guess, because who knows, there might be a time in the game like in story mode of this game where your character may go into prison for like 5 or 10 years maybe, and then maybe it will like skip all those years and then say 10 or 5 years later, and then by then someone would have invented a car. So like I said, it really ain't impossible, and it's not like I'm talking about we're going to be getting Lamborghinis and Bugattis and stuff like that. Of course there'll be really old-fashioned cars, but either way it still does go down under a car, which is good enough. So that's what I think on transport in Red Dead Redemption 2, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think on this, and how do you think it will work? Also, don't forget today's question of the day, which is, what were your thoughts on the first Red Dead, and if you had to rate it out of 10, what would you give it and why? Be sure to leave your answers down in the comments below, and the best answers will be featured in the next Red Dead video. But either way, that's it for today's video. As always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to punch that like button. It'll be really appreciated if we can get this video to 100+ likes. And if you guys are new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. Please do hit that subscribe button below for more news, updates, ideas and stuff like that. That'll be really appreciated, and you will of course become an amigo and part of the amazing, awesome, beautiful team. But either way, I will see you in my next video. But until then guys, adios amigos.